You don't move to Japan to fall in love. You move because you're 26, and your life back home feels like it's made of wet cardboard. You've got a business degree that 300,000 other people also got that same year. A card that makes a grinding sound every time you turn left. And relationships so short, your friends stopped learning names and started using descriptions. The tall one, the vegan one, the one who cried during commercials. Your mom keeps asking about the plan. You don't have a plan, you have a Thai EFL certificate you finished online in 19 days. A one-way ticket to Narita International Airport, and the reckless confidence of someone whose backup plan is simply, "I'll figure it out later." The idea is simple. Go to Tokyo, teach English for a year, see a few temples, save a little money, go home with interesting stories. 1 year, in and out, nothing permanent. Because permanent is a word for people who have their life together, and you can barely keep a houseplant alive. Tokyo hits you like a machine. 14 million people moving with perfect rhythm, while you stand there jet-lagged and confused holding a suitcase that's mostly hoodies. Your apartment ends up in Konji. 1 room, a kitchen the size of a suggestion, walls so thin you can hear your neighbor sneeze every morning. In groups of 5, like it's some kind of ritual. Rent, 72,000 yen. Tokyo, that's considered cheap. You start teaching at a conversation school in Shinjuku. Your salary is 240,000 yen a month. After rent, train passes, taxes, insurance, and the pension you'll probably never collect. You're left with about $19 a day to survive, so you start eating at Yoshinoya a lot. Eventually, the staff starts preparing your beef bowl when you walk in. They don't know your name, but they know your hunger, and in Tokyo, that kind of counts as a relationship. You meet Akiko on a Tuesday night in Shibuya. It's a language exchange. She's there to practice English. You're there because someone said there would be free drinks. You try to say a Japanese word you've been pronouncing wrong for 2 months. She corrects you immediately. Direct, honest. Back home, that might feel rude. Here, it just feels real. You laugh. She laughs too. And something about her laugh catches you off guard. It sounds surprised, like she didn't expect to laugh tonight. And suddenly you realize something strange. You want to hear that laugh again. Coffee turns into dinner. Dinner turns into long walks through quiet neighborhoods tourists never see. She shows you hidden cafes, tiny alleys, old shrines, and a pickle stand run by an 80-year-old woman who calls every customer young man. Tokyo stops feeling like a machine. It starts feeling like a place, because now you're seeing it through someone else's eyes. Akiko is careful, not cold. Careful. Later you learn someone broke her trust badly 2 years earlier, so the walls around her heart aren't personality, they're engineering. And when she slowly starts letting those walls down, you feel the weight of that trust. So you treat it carefully. A year passes. She meets your parents on a video call. Your dad falls asleep halfway through. Your mom asks about marriage within 4 minutes. You apologize for a week. Meeting her parents is different. Her father lives in Nagoya. At dinner, he asks polite questions that feel strangely like a tax audit. Salary, career plans, 5-year goals. He chews slowly while you answer. Then he nods, but his face gives away nothing. You propose in your apartment in Koenji. No fancy restaurant, no dramatic view, just the 2 of you sitting on the floor. Because you still don't own a couch. Rain tapping softly on the window, coffee getting cold. She's wearing your hoodie because the heater broke again. You don't even have a ring. You wanted to choose it together, so you start speaking. But she says yes before you finish the sentence. Then she laughs. That same surprised laugh from the first night in Shibuya. You store that moment carefully in your memory. You'll need it later, you just don't know that yet. You get married in a small shrine ceremony in Nagoya. Your mother cries at the airport, cries at the rehearsal, cries during the wedding. Akiko's aunt hands her a handkerchief. And suddenly the 2 women become friends despite speaking 0 common language. Your dad and her dad sit beside each other silently for 45 minutes. Later both describe it as a great conversation. You stay in Tokyo. Your teaching job becomes a coordinator role at an international school. Better pay, real responsibility. You move to a slightly bigger apartment in Nakamaguro. You buy a couch. You buy a bookshelf. You buy an ugly lamp from a flea market. Akiko says it has character. You say it has a dent. It stays on the shelf for years. Then Hana is born. And suddenly, the universe rearranges itself. She weighs 3 kilograms. She has Akiko's nose, your ears, and an expression of pure anger about being born. Nobody sleeps for 3 months. Your life becomes a rotating shift system of feeding, crying, and collapsing from exhaustion. But somehow, it's the happiest exhaustion you've ever known. Every night you read the same book, Guri and Gura. Hana always falls asleep on page 11 every single night. But you keep reading the rest of the book quietly anyway, because stopping a story halfway just feels wrong. For a while, life fits perfectly. Then something small changes, not the color of life, the texture. Akiko's father's health starts declining. Her mother struggles alone in Nagoya. Akiko talks about home more often. One day she asks if she can take Hana to Nagoya for a month, just to help. You say yes, because love means trusting someone with the thing you can't live without. A month becomes 6 weeks. 6 weeks becomes 2 months. Then one Wednesday evening she calls. Her voice sounds like something that has already landed. She says she thinks she's staying in Nagoya with Hana. The legal process takes 14 months. You learn how family law works in Japan, and it breaks something inside you. The courts prefer stability, and the child's current home has become Nagoya. The decision arrives. Sole custody to Akiko. Visitation for you once a month. 4 hours. The first visit happens in a small community center room. There are toys, a table, and a worker sitting quietly in the corner. Hana is 3 now. Her hair is longer. She looks at you like she recognizes your face, but isn't quite sure where it fits anymore. You sit on the floor beside her. You brought the book, Guri and Gura. Her eyes light up. You start reading. You do the voices. She leans against you on page 4, not page 11, page 4. Like she's been waiting longer than she knows how to say. She falls asleep on page 11, just like always. The worker says softly, "Time is up." You close the book. Akiko lifts Hana gently. Hana wakes slightly, looks at you, and waves with one small hand, already turning back toward the life continuing without you. You drive home. The apartment in Nakamaguro is quiet. The couch still has the shape where Akiko used to sit. The ugly lamp is still on the shelf, and the book sits on the table, open to page 11.